Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I am doing something a little different. It's not a tier list, this is actually a bracket of all LEGO Star Wars Imperial vehicles. So, first off, this bracket was made by the guys over at TOT Star Wars. If you somehow aren't familiar with them and you're watching me, make sure you go check those guys out. Great people over there. Lots of love to them. But also, uh, I noticed that somehow my comments got turned off on some of my videos, and I have no idea how that happened. It's on by default. It says they're on. I don't know why they're getting turned off on like my more recent uploads, but I went through and turned them all back on. It's a little frustrating because my last video is actually my second best performing video out of all the videos on the channel, and it had comments turned off, which is a little annoying, and I only noticed that today, like 5 days after I uploaded it. But hopefully I have that problem fixed. But if it's not, I'm gonna be a little annoyed. But yeah, make sure you guys leave a like on this video if you like the video, comment down below, assuming it works, and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more like this. So let's get right into this bracket. This is, as far as I know, all of the like best Imperial vehicles out there that people generally think are the consensus best. Obviously, this isn't gonna have every set ever made on it, but it has the best ones ever made. So let's just get right into it. Remember, this is all my opinion, not necessarily fact and all that. So a lot of this will be opinion based, and I might make some choices you disagree with based on my opinions on some of these sets. So first off, we have the Death Star 2 versus TIE Defender. Some of these first round matchups are like pretty one sided. Like, I think that is a very obvious choice right there. Next up, we have the Imperial Assault Carrier versus the Gingerbread AT-AT. Now, don't get me wrong, I love this set, but like, if we're just being objective, it has to be this. Like, it's a tough matchup for this. I love this set. I think it is one of the best concepts they've ever made. It's an incredible set, incredible value, but like, this this thing is incredible, has amazing figures, and I don't know, just a tough first round for the Gingerbread AT-AT in my opinion. I think it could have beaten a lot of the other first round sets on this list. Next up, we have the TIE Crawler versus the Playscale Vader's TIE Advanced. Now, these sets, I'll be honest, my opinion on them is pretty even. Like, I don't particularly love either of these. I think I'm going to go the TIE Crawler just based on it being unique. We've gotten other Vader's TIE Advanced. We're getting one in like a week after me recording this, which is worse than this one, but the TIE Crawler, I'm going to move on just because it's unique. And looking at this next matchup, the TIE Crawler probably isn't long for this world, I'll be honest. UCS ISD, I'm not even going to talk about it. Next up, we have the Playscale ISD from last year versus the Imperial Light Cruiser here. Tough matchup for the Imperial Light Cruiser, having probably the best Playscale set on this entire list. But I do love this set, but I mean, the ISD from 2024 is just one of the best Playscale sets we've ever gotten. Next up, we have Kylo Ren's shuttle here versus the Imperial landing craft here. Now, this is a sequel set, not a Imperial set. It would be a First Order set. So, I do like this set better than the Imperial landing craft here. I'll just make that point. But this is an Imperial bracket, so I have to move on the Imperial set. But either way, neither of these sets would be long for this world, I'll be honest, going up against that ISD there. But next up, we have the UCS Imperial Shuttle versus the Inquisitor Transport Scythe. Some of these first round matchups are just so tough because it's like, if this set was against so many other things, it would move on. But like, this is just one of the best UCS sets we've ever gotten. It's probably the third best one on this entire list as far as UCS sets go. Like, not to foreshadow, but the ISD and AT-AT will be making it quite far on this list. But this is probably the third best one on here, in my opinion. Like, it's just an incredible set. Now we have the 2021 TIE Fighter here versus the 2014 AT-AT. Now, I don't own this AT-AT. I actually got my first Playscale AT-AT in 2020. I didn't own one until that point. I know it's like a super common vehicle to have, but they were always a little bit more on the pricey side. But enough talking about it. It's the AT-AT. Like this TIE fighter is decent, but like this AT-AT is just super nice. And okay, it brings us up to the top here. I wasn't sure if it would do the first round on this side or if it did the entire side. This one just easy Death Star 2. Like this is an incredible set. I think it's such a cool ship and all that, having the TIE fighters drop out of it, and the figures are amazing. This is the only large scale representation of the Death Star 2 we've ever gotten, and it's just a great set. I know it's aged poorly and all that, having some stability issues, but overall it looks great, and I don't think it's a hot take to have that move on. UCS ISD versus TIE Crawler. Like I said, TIE Crawler is a very cool idea, and I think it's a cool set, but like it's the UCS ISD. No, nothing's coming close to that, in my opinion, on this side of the bracket, I'll be honest. Next up, we have the Playscale ISD versus the Imperial Landing Craft. Like I said, this thing only even moved on because it was like a technicality where the Kylo Ren shuttle wasn't even an Imperial set. Like that is wiping the floor with it. Next up, we have the UCS Imperial shuttle versus the 2014 AT-AT here. Just an unfortunate matchup for the AT-AT. Like, it's an unfortunate matchup for pretty much any of these playscale sets going up against a UCS set, where it's just like, it's the perfect representation of a really, really clean looking ship against just like a good playscale set. Like, it's kind of tough for those. The UCS ISD versus the Death Star 2. This is where the Death Star is going to have to end here. The UCS ISD is a top 3 UCS set for me. It's just incredible. I love this thing. It is huge. It is so incredibly detailed. I don't know how they're going to eventually top this. Like, there's no way they don't remake another UCS ISD in the next 5-10 years, but I don't see how you top this thing unless you go even bigger. And this thing is already huge. Like it's like 3.5, 4 feet long. So it's probably a top 2 set on this list. It's gonna make it to the final. I'll just say that now. The Playscale ISD versus the UCS Imperial Shuttle. Now this one is a lot closer than you'd think, but this matchup is honestly just who's losing in the next round. Now, I think this is like the best playscale set on the list versus like the third best UCS set. The UCS Imperial Shuttle, if we had a newer one of these and we could see how much better they could do with, I think, like 15 years of improvements on it, I think I probably would go the Playscale ISD. But just because we've never gotten a new one and this thing honestly still holds up to today, I think I have to go the UCS Imperial Shuttle here. Now, the left side final here between the UCS ISD and the UCS Imperial Shuttle. This is a lot closer than any of the other matches with the ISD, but I think I still have to go with the UCS ISD here. Like the Imperial Shuttle, amazing set. Couldn't ask for much better from that, but it is going out in the third, fourth place here. So now we're going to the first round on the other side of the bracket. We have the ATDP versus the Imperial Shuttle Tiderium. This one, this is a cool set, but with some cool figs. But like this is the best play scale Imperial Shuttle we've gotten, and it's a absolutely amazing design. So shout out to the ATDP, but this is a pretty clean first round here. Next up, we have the Rogue Shadow versus the Imperial. I believe it's Imperial Assault Marauder. It's Imperial something Marauder. It's hard to read, but I think it's Assault Marauder. The Marauder here is pretty cool, has some great figs, but like the Rogue Shadow is just such a unique ship that it's something they never make today, and it's super cool. So I'm going to be moving that on. Next up, we have the TIE Striker versus the 2016 Playscale Death Star here. Now, if you didn't know, I'm kind of a hater of this set. I don't think I can pick it over a TIE Fighter realistically, but or I don't think I can pick a TIE Fighter over it with like a straight face. But this set I think is incredibly overrated. I think the Death Star 2 we were just looking at before and the most recent Death Slice set are way better than this one. But I do have to move it on. I can't let my hate for it go too crazy. Next up, we have the UCS AT-AT versus the TIE Bomber here. Now, I do really like this TIE Bomber set, I'll be honest. It's a pretty cool little build with some pretty nice figures that you get with it. But like, come on, it's not even close. Shout out to the TIE Bomber, but it's not even close. The TIE Fighter here versus the Super Star Destroyer, both UCS sets. The TIE Fighter, I do kind of regret missing out on. I do really like the set. I hope they remake it or I can find a good deal on this set someday. But like, this set is just incredible. Getting a remake of it supposedly this year, so maybe that one will make this one look bad, but I doubt it. This thing is so sleek and you get some great figures with it. Like this might be one of the best figure lineups in a UCS set ever. It's like we'd never see something like this today. This would probably come with like just Vader today and like an Imperial officer. Like it would not surprise me if we get one or two figures in the upcoming one. Next up we have the UCS ATST versus the motorized AT-AT. Now, this one it's just super gimmicky. It's really cool that they motorized it, but like uh, I I just love this ATST. Like, it's unfortunate. Oh no, it's not going against the AT-AT next. It's going up against the Superstar Destroyer. So that's a bit closer than I thought it would be. But it is still unfortunate that's its next matchup. But the ATST will be moving on. I love this thing. I have a ton of nostalgia for the 2006 one. And when I found out they were remaking it last year, it is probably the most excited I've been for a new UCS set in a while, which that's not true. The Death Star was the most excited I was for a new UCS set in a while, but this was a close second. I don't know what it is about that 2006 ATSD, but it is like just like a holy grail set for me seeing it at the back of the magazine for years as a kid. Like it was just so cool and I just carry that nostalgia now. I understand it's subjectively not a great set. I understand that I am probably overrating this UCS ATST, but it is like the one set that I will like always overrate. Next up, we have Emperor Palpatine Shuttle versus the Dropship Battle Pack 20th Anniversary one. I mean, I'm not picking a Battle Pack over a playset, come on. The Krennic's Imperial Shuttle versus UCS TIE Interceptor. I do like the UCS TIE Interceptor. I have it right above me right now on a shelf, but it's nothing special. Like, I don't know. I understand the oversized starfighters are either a you like it or you don't type of thing, but the Krennic's Imperial Shuttle here is probably the second best play scale set on this entire list, if I'm being honest, because I don't think it's better than the UCS ISD from a couple years ago. But this thing is the second best, and I don't think it's too crazy to say that. Next up, we have the Imperial Shuttle Tidarium versus the Rogue Shadow. Now, I don't know if it's because I haven't played The Force Unleashed, but I just don't have that connection with the Rogue Shadow. Like, I think it's cool, but this is like I said, the best Imperial Shuttle playset we've ever gotten, and it is a absolutely incredible design. Maybe they'll one up it this year, but for now, it's moving on. Next up, we have this playset Death Star versus the AT-AT. Thank God I don't have to keep moving on this Death Star because this AT-AT just blows it out of the water, and I wish this Death Star got a better first round matchup because I do not like this thing. Like it is top three overrated sets for me. It's this ATOT original Cloud City are like the three most overrated sets. I outside of the financial value of them, I could probably name 10 sets I'd rather have for free, 20 sets I'd rather have for free over them. Like I don't necessarily in the case of the ATOT, I don't think it's bad. The other two shaky. I don't think they're that great. But for the price that they are and the amount that people talk about them, like they're the greatest sets ever, I don't think they're that great. But that's off topic. Moving on. The UCS ATSD versus the Superstar Destroyer here. Now, like I said, I love this ATSD, but I'm not delusional enough to pick it over the Superstar Destroyer here. This thing is one of the best UCS sets ever made. It's just incredible. I I can't pick the ATSD over that, but I do love that thing. It's number one in my heart. And it's like number three in my heart. There's a couple over it, but in my heart it's over the Superstar Destroyer. Like I said, this is the second best place set on this list. It's moving on. The UCS AT-AT versus the Imperial Shuttle Tidarium. I mean, come on. This is an incredible set, but let's be real here. UCS Superstar Destroyer versus Krennic's Imperial Shuttle. Now, This Superstar Destroyer here is amazing, but I just think they're going to do better this year, and I'm going to pick the Krennic Shuttle. It's an incredible playset. It looks amazing, and I don't want to have a two-star destroyers so high like that because it would feel kind of bad having like what would that be, two-star destroyers in the top four, or yeah, that one's out. So yeah, it would be two-star destroyers in the top four. I don't like that. We're moving on the Krennic Shuttle. I also just think the figs in this set are better than in that one, even though the set does have a great fig lineup. The UCS AT-AT versus Krennic's Imperial Shuttle. I mean, come on. It's the AT-AT, even though I love that Krennic Shuttle. It's a great set, but I mean, it just doesn't hold up against the greatest set of all time here. That's my bracket. We have the UCS AT-AT coming out on top. I don't think that's a crazy hot take. I think I had a few hot takes on here, particularly with the Death Star playset and the ATST. I feel like a lot of people would disagree with my placements of those, but I think overall my top four is probably roughly what a lot of people would have. Maybe some people would have picked the Superstar Destroyer over Krennic Shuttle, or some people would have picked the Playscale ISD over the UCS Shuttle. But I think my final two, most people can agree with, are probably the top two. Maybe some people would pick the Imperial Shuttle, but I think my final two are a pretty consensus top two here on this list. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Leave a comment down below if it allows you. Hopefully it does. Like this video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you guys for watching.